To be a social entrepreneur is not easy, and that's why I decided to ask to many friends of mine from the world, from the Rockfeller Fellowship, what makes them go on. Because this is for us, the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the round peaks, the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not found the rules, and we are not having respect for the status quo. We can, or maybe people can, quote us, disagree with us, glorify or vilify us about the only thing people can't do is ignore us, because we change things. We push the human race forward, and while some may see we are the crazy ones, we see genius, because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. And this video is for us, to give us hope and to show how many social entrepreneurs of the world, what make them go on.
Hi, my name is Sari. What made me go on? I have my life philosophy. The 3 E's. The first E, everybody is a teacher. I'm using everyone as my teacher. And second one, every place is a school. And the third one, every moment is a lesson.
I think it's the trust from internal, the trust from outside, the trust that give the access, that give the power, that give the resource, that give the energy, spirit to go on.
The belief that the best days ahead of that the best days of our people are actually in front of us and not behind us. That's what gives me hope. Is that I believe that in my heart, and that makes me excited for my children and their generation.
Being connected to what I really care about, the most important things in life. Knowing what my purpose is, what my goal is, that I am a good person in every interaction with people. When all fails in your systems change, treating individuals you interact with well. Go on.
Well, I think it's my passion, and it's the love for the women I serve, and really see, especially I'm talking in the context of the African continent, and in particular in the region where I am, which is the Central African region, where there's a lot of conflict, a lot of terrorism issue, and for me, that's if I can bring a small contribution, is to see really that the work that I do, or the work that we are trying to accomplish as an individual, to get a step closer to the solution, and to be more solution oriented than adding more problems on top of problems. So that's that, and that's what keeps me going, that there is hope somewhere. I don't have answers to all the chaos that is going on around me, but I'm definitely part of the solution, and that's what keeps me going.
I have followed things that I believed in. I wasn't driven by the money, I wasn't driven by the wealth, but I was driven by the fact that the things that I was involved in was an opportunity to make an impact. And the second thing is that I've also been driven by the sheer potential within some of the things that we set out to do. I mean, I've sat in rooms with a handful of people, 3 or 4 people, who were driven by these giant dreams. They wanted to transform the country, or they wanted to transform the health system. And I was just fascinated by that. How are we going to do it? 3 or 4 people in a room, but in a systematic way, breaking down this vision into sizable chunks, and taking away little victories to show that it is possible. One step at a time, one facility at a time, one government official at a time, and that you as an individual, you can also, make a difference. And then also not being afraid to be different. I don't have to conform. I mean, it's okay to be different. And when you find out that in various systems, professional groupings, people want you to conform, to be like everybody else, I think sometimes it gets to the point where you decide that maybe it's time to move on and to set enough of a good example that will then give hope to other people.
What makes me go on, the reason why I joined Mercy Corps, an NGO, is because I wanted to, I felt like I'm very privileged. So with the resources that I have, with the family that I have, not everybody has that. So what makes me go on is that I want to share my privilege to the people surrounds me, and then to help them, to help them thrive and to help them achieving their dreams. So I want to bring all these people in the level where I am right now.
You go on.
I think setbacks. Setbacks make you more resilient, more alert. See, if the system is smoothly going, our life is smoothly going, then nothing will happen. I am the student of biology, and evolutionary biology was my favorite subject. So when I think about the human evolution and the development of human being, what is the driving force behind that development? I think the driving force is continuous setback, continuous changing climate, and in that climate also man continuously devising strategy how to be alive. So I think the setbacks are most important in the life.
I think again with me it's that hope that things will definitely be better, but it's also a lot of positive motivation that I get when I see people like poverty. And just when I see poverty, I just feel like there has to be a way to end this. There has to be a different way to tackle this, right? That just keeps me going. So whenever I have a low moment, I would sit and watch videos about some, situation, like really tough situation that somebody is in, that would really make me feel like life is not that bad as it looks for me. It could be worse. I could be in that position. Times when I'm like superly down, I would just go into one of these areas, like in the communities, and spend time with them and just listen, like what their daily life is like, or just sit in and soak in. Just makes me, like, gives me that adrenaline saying, whoa, it's not that bad. It could be.
I actually don't know what makes me go on, but if I must think about my journey as a mother, there's always been a thing that pushes me. I've seen a lot of pain from the first time. I was 7 years old was my first time I saw a body with gunshot wounds in it. So I'd always connected with injustice and pain and hardship in the world. And when I became a mother, I knew that I don't want this to be the experience for my sons. And so I don't want to create a world where it's just okay for me and my family and we are safe and we've got what we need, because eventually it will spill over. I will have to build the walls this high, to make sure that I'm safe. So what makes me go on is that I want to see children, all of the children, no matter who you are, rich or poor, whatever the case may be, running in play parks, and they're safe, and these trees, and these peace, and these children can be children. And I think obviously there's a deep spiritual connection, so I feel it's my obligation to serve as a Christian woman, and so connected to my spiritual core purpose, which I don't fully understand it, which I'm speaking to God about that, but I know He's pushing me constantly. But then that picture of just seeing these children all playing together, it's safe, and this community, I think that's what drives me.
Go on.
What makes me go on?
Yeah. When you struggle.
It's a combination of things. So overriding purpose is the main thing which keeps me going. The second thing is, I think it's a personal characteristic or nature, which is I like to prove people wrong, and I don't like to lose. Like, I'm naturally quite a competitive individual, often with myself, but those kind of two underlying traits drive me forward. And then thirdly, I think other people around you who inspire you or lift you or pick you up when you're down, and that could be mentors, it could be people you barely know, it could be your close family, but every now and then you just hear or find something which keeps you moving. And more than anything, I like to feel like I keep moving. I feel like being in motion is the most important thing.
The people, my faith in them, and generally my faith, my religious beliefs, power of God, and spirituality, and prayer, and meditation, and just all of that together, I think, makes it easy for me to go on. Yeah.
Faith in God. I normally pray and just say it's in your hands, and I sleep. That's it. Yeah.
What makes me go on when I struggle is thinking that the change that I want to make, that I know that I have the skills and the capacity to make change, and that I have a responsibility, and I can't let my frustrations take over. That I have to think that there's a bigger purpose, and that I'm meant to do it.
So the question is, what makes me go on? And the answer is easy. The people in the communities, the people that want to have a better life, that want to have education, that want to have their own business, and they love being entrepreneurs. And you need to have strong faith in the capacity of the people to do that. And the second thing that makes me move on really is my family. My wife, my children. You cannot save the world without really having support from your close family, and they're fantastic. When I travel, when I am out, when I have to work, they are always supporting, and they understand what I do. So I think that's the question. I love this quote that what you need to have if you work in this area is to have an immunity to skepticism. Okay, so you need to be in touch with the people of the communities, because the people of the communities, they give you this support, this help that helps you become immune to skepticism and do your work at 100%. Thank you.
Two things, major ones. One is actually how you are connected to yourself. You are reconciled with yourself. You are in harmony with yourself. Because if you dig deep inside yourself, then you bring to surface the positive in you. Definitely it keeps driving you. It gives you strength to continue working and changing, and keep creating and make innovation happen. Second is also how you interact with the people, how you feel happy in a team spirit. You feel happy with the people you work with and you work for. So when you achieve something that helps people live better, then you are happy, and it motivates you further.
What made me go on? I believe that the belief and faith that I'm part of something bigger than there is a bigger plan for me in the world, and I really have the power to change things, and there are more people doing that in the world. And the second one is to see the people happiness when they find what they have best inside themselves. It makes me really feel happy about it and make me go on. I want to do more and more and more. My children, for sure, I believe I can make a better world for them, where they can be happier, where they can be themselves the way they are, where they can do something they love to do, and where they can live near the nature and the environment, respecting it and having fun with it. And the other one is to know that there are many people around the world that are working hard to change things, to make things better for the next generations. And I'm part of it. And I'm sure you've seen all these people saying what make them go on. And I hope that it gives you a bigger desire to go on and hope in the future.